Most lawyers market by watching other lawyers. You look around at what everyone else is doing, same posts, same lunches, same bar events, and you do a version of that and then you wait. But there is a fisherman who will tell you that is exactly backward. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to give you the one question that I ask before I take on a new client. This is not legal advice. See the full disclaimer at the end. I am Robert Bunn, and this is Estate Planning for Lawyers with me, Robert Bunn. If you are new here, the idea of this channel is simple. I work through the books that teach lawyers how to build a practice, one chapter at a time, and I pulled out what actually matters to me. In this episode, episode 12, I'm covering the introduction of how good attorneys become great rainmakers, a breakthrough referral marketing process by Mark Powers and Shawn McNalis, published by Atticus. The chapter is the introduction. If you do not already have a copy of this book, I encourage you to get one so you can follow along. Let us get into it. Here is the whole idea of this book in one line. Attracting clients is not a gift you were born with. It is a skill that you build. And the first move in that skill is deciding where to aim. So let me start with the fisherman, because he is the reason the rest of the book works. Powers and McNalis opened with a fisherman named Dave. Dave's father taught him to fish. And the lesson was simple. Do not fish where the other fishermen are. Go where the fish are. That one line carries the entire book, because most of us, when we market, we fish where the other fishermen are. We copy each other, and we hope. What we almost never do is we study the fish. And in law practice, the fish is the client. Who is the client you serve best? What are they afraid of? Who do they already trust and call when they're worried? Those trusted people are what the authors call your referral sources. Studying them on purpose is the work. Copying the other lawyers just feels like work. And there's a real cost to skipping it. The authors describe what they call the vicious cycle. When you do not know where your next client is coming from, you start saying yes to everything. Wrong fit cases, fees you talk yourself down on. Those cases pile up and they bury you. So you have no time left to find the good ones. You stay busy and you stay stuck. Hoping is not a strategy. It is the trap. This is why the authors put referral at the center of the title. A client who finds you through someone they trust shows up already believing and knowing you are honest, fair, and capable before you have said a word. You're not starting from suspicion. You are starting from trust. No advertisement does that for you. And their core claim is an encouraging one. This can be learned. They lean on an older idea, the 4 stages of competence. The path from not knowing what you do not know all the way to doing a thing without having to think about it. You learn to practice law along exactly that path. You can learn to bring in clients the same way. The rest of the book is the how, organized as the 5 marketing habits and the 21 marketing assets built one piece at a time. Here's the part I want you to sit with. The instinct when you are growing a practice is to look at what every other attorney is doing and do a version of it. The authors are right that this is a trap. The harder, better work is quieter. It's getting clear about who you actually serve and who already has their trust. In my own practice, the rule I keep coming back to is simple. Study the client before you copy the competition. And here's the question I promise you at the top. Before I take on a new client, I ask 2 things. Can I do genuinely good work for this person? And is this someone whose world I want to be known in? If the answer is no, the right move is to point them to someone better suited, not to open a file. That is what choosing your clients on purpose looks like, and it starts before you market anything at all. Here's how this series is going to work. The book lays out 21 marketing assets, and we're going to take them one at a time in order, the way the authors built them. This introduction is the ground they all stand on. Next episode, the build begins. Next time, I get into the 5 marketing habits, the small, repeatable moves that make all of this happen in an ordinary week. We start with the one the authors put first, making 3 marketing contacts a week, whether you feel like it or not. It is a habit that quietly decides whether any of the rest of this ever sticks. I also keep an email list. If you would like to join my email list, the link is in the description below. Quick reminder, nothing in this podcast or video is legal advice, and no attorney-client relationship is formed by listening, watching, commenting, or reaching out. The information presented here is general and educational, and it is not a substitute for advice from a licensed attorney in your jurisdiction reviewing your idiosyncratic facts. The views I share are my own on behalf of Bunn Law P. LLC. All rights and how good attorneys become great rainmakers. A Breakthrough Referral Marketing Process by Mark Powers and Shawn McNalis, published by Atticus, belong to their respective owners. My discussion is commentary and analysis, and neither the authors nor the publisher have endorsed or affiliated with this show. If you are serious about building an estate planning practice, the books authored by Mark Powers and Shawn McNalis deserve a permanent place on your shelf. We will be working through more of their books in this series, so make sure you subscribe so you do not miss what is coming next from Estate Planning for Lawyers. I look forward to welcoming you in the next video. And the next episode is right here on your screen. So go ahead and click it, and I'll see you there. Until next time.